And we're live. Good afternoon. Welcome along to Woodturning in the stable studio. I may have made a mistake, but we'll see. Oh, tea time. I'm just doing that to calm myself down and slow down a bit. Stop whistling in the background, Walt.
We'll keep a welcome in the hillside.
So you may already have discovered how this day is going to go. Let me just introduce my earworms.
Holy light.
We have Mr. Mike Walt.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you?
Right.
How
Mark the
tickled I
gentleman
am to be
Woodturner.
here.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Terry from TJ Turning.
Well, hello, everybody, again.
Joe Senior from Yorkshire Git.
Good afternoon.
And Peter Cochran.
Ray.
Who's coming in as a guest here just for today to see how he goes. Peter said to me one time before that he would fancy doing a bit of earworming, so here he is. Welcome along, Peter. These other four sort of semi-experienced earworms will look after Peter. I'm going to put you back in the background.
Terry
Oh no,
on Thursday.
earworming with Terry.
Oh, no, we won't.
Get in the background, go on, get lost. Right, before I start turning, I got a little surprise this morning.
What'd she say?
Wasn't that kind of surprise, but I'm going to show you now. I got a little surprise this morning. That's me. I don't know if he's in yet or not, but no matter. I received this box this morning. Well, you can hardly see it all. And it came from. I made a comment on a Facebook post about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago or so, that I actually liked the item, and if they would PM me, I'll maybe consider buying it. But this arrived this morning. Like,
Oh.
Oh.
So Terry size gong.
Life-size gong.
Oh,
It's a life-size
right,
gong
this
for
morning.
Terry.
Let me just put this on this camera. Look at this guy.
Oh, look at that. Cool.
That's huge.
Isn't that absolutely stunning, guys?
It is.
Yeah.
That is definitely bigger than Terry.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's amazing.
I couldn't get over that. It's absolutely stunning.
I'm glad it went to you,
So,
but yes, amazing.
I'm going to set that over here so you can keep an eye on him. If he'll stay there, I'll maybe have to prop him up against a log there. There we go.
How'd you turn that? Brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So this came with a lovely little, back to the overhead. Came with a lovely little envelope, and there's a nice letter in there. And a Christmas card.
And the keys to a new car.
There it is. Christmas card and everything.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
Somebody loves you.
Where's it from?
And it comes from
Sticker. Other way.
Other way.
Turn the sticker around.
Gav.
For Gav. Oh, well,
Yes,
Gav.
yeah,
It
Woodworks.
is.
Oh, well,
So
Gav.
Gav's wife, apparently,
She makes them, does she?
makes them.
That's
They're
amazing.
absolutely stunning, guys. Absolutely
Nice one,
stunning.
Gav's wife.
That's fabulous.
Excellent.
So
Yeah.
Gav's
Thank
wife
you,
is called
Gav's wife.
Melanie. Gav's wife is
Thank you,
called
Melanie.
Melanie.
Hi,
They are
Melanie.
absolutely
Hi,
stunning.
Melanie. That's
And,
lovely.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked to be getting that. So thank you very much to Gav and Melanie and the rest of their family. So that was my excitement this morning. I thought that was pretty good. And I'm going to put Gav's sticker, if I can peel it off.
Underneath the live.
I put it over the gentleman Woodturner sticker.
Woodturner, yeah.
Well, I was thinking
Put it
somewhere
over
over
my-
here somewhere.
Put it over my sticker. Put it over my sticker, boy.
Where's your sticker? Is your sticker on here, Terry?
Wouldn't think so. I don't do
I'm
it.
going to stick it up there. There we go.
No means of making them.
There we go. So that's on the lathe now.
Fabulous.
There we go.
Good. That's good.
So thank you very much, Gav. And if any of you are interested in that little item, he's gorgeous, isn't he?
That's brilliant.
He's lovely.
It is.
Brilliant bit of kit.
Matches your
lovely.
lights.
So today, what are we going to do today? As you will have seen from the thumbnail, guys, we're going to do the opposite side of the little bowl I made, the Sycamore bowl with the fancy pattern in it. If you see there's the same sort of, I don't know what that is actually, but it certainly
Feathering.
makes a feathering. But it's almost like spalting or something. But I don't know if it is or not. But it makes a huge difference. Now this one's got 2 branch inclusions in here.
That's Sycamore, yeah.
It's a piece of sycamore, yeah. There's a branch came through there as well. So this may have something interesting hidden inside. So we'll just whack this on here. When I find the screws, there we go. So I'm
Would
putting
you
on
like to
a
read-
faceplate ring. Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll just get this ready and stick it on the lid.
I'll read who's in the chat. Good afternoon, everybody. We have Chris Dodds, Terry Bartlett, David J. Heath, the Guildford Carpenter, Robert Dolman, Terry Bartlett, Roger Mills, Doug Miller at Woodspun Round, Brent Beecroft,
I'll need that again later.
Malcolm Douglas, the Klondike Craftsman,
Hi, Lewis.
Jennifer's Craft and Creations,
Hi, Jennifer.
and that's it at the moment. There's been lots of chat between everybody.
Good.
So welcome.
Welcome along, everybody. Now, I
Welcome
just
along
need to
indeed. 28
change
watching.
into a smock. Let's see how we are.
We've got
So what
Paul
made you want to have a
Huyton.
go at weirworming then, Peter?
Putting my
Well, I got this microphone headphone set, and I just thought, give it a go. As soon as I've got no workshop at the moment, so I thought I might as well do this instead.
It's good fun, actually.
Rob from
Copper
Copper
Hour
Hour Woodturning has just joined, and Kitey Shed's just joined just today.
Hi, Rob.
It's nice to be able to. It's nice to be able to rip the Mickey out of the guy doing the turning.
It is.
Yeah.
Hoyle Huyton,
So-
the Greasby Turners joined us, and we've also
Cool.
got Lawrence Brigager as well.
Lawrence.
It's
So
not
coming
compulsory to take the mic, Peter, but it's, yeah, it's fine.
It is. It helps.
So why haven't you got a workshop, Peter? What's the score there?
Well, a year ago, August, I moved into a retirement block of flats.
Right.
I'm still waiting for the Housing Association to give me permission to build one,
Okay.
Ah,
but that won't
Safety
be
specs
till
on,
next
guys.
year at the earliest.
hmm
And we're going to use our 3/8 bowl gouge, which is a crown, double-ended 3/8 bowl gouge, and it's in a rubber Sorby handle.
now
Yeah.
the Klondike Craftsman has said you do have to maintain a high level of appropriate harassment, Peter.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
you're up for that?
Turn the speed down. Start
Well,
the
probably
laser.
not today, but I'll get used to it.
He'll have a
Yeah,
go.
you just
won't
work
he? He'll
yourself into
certainly
it
have a go
gradually.
for sure.
Brian does enjoy continued encouragement. I was going to say.
You're doing really well there, Brian.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I
Oh,
appreciate
Nice
it.
wow.
one, Brian.
Wow, Brian, you got that to turn round. Wow.
Yeah, it's a start.
I
It's
can't believe you
turning
got
at least.
that mounted on the
It's good.
lathe so well.
Could you alter the camera slightly because you can't see the top of the bowl? No, that's
That's
it.
it.
That's lovely. Superb.
Tommy's workshop is in the
You
chat.
sure that's okay
Good
now?
afternoon, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Yeah. You just want to see the catch in full living colour.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
So just little pull cuts just to take the corner off. Talk amongst yourselves there.
Do you like pull cuts or push cuts the best?
Either or, don't care. They're both just as effective as each other.
I think you get a slightly better finish on a push cut
On a
when you
push
can
cut,
get
yeah.
there.
I must admit, I'm
With a
a bit of an exponent of the pull cut.
with
Well,
push
yeah.
cut, you're using the bevel more.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. Jennifer said good afternoon to me personally.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but she doesn't talk to us because we've seen her drinking.
Yeah, she's met you in
Yeah,
real life,
Bailey's.
you see.
Yeah,
Bailey's
She met
still
me.
on offer.
bottle after
Yeah.
bottle of Bailey's.
I'm exactly the same. We never have small glasses of Bailey's. We have large glasses of Bailey's here.
Barry's
It
Wood
was-
Creations is in. Quick question, Mike. How are you coming along? That's a bit of a personal question, Brent. Coming along fine, thanks. I've got my next appointment on the 20th of December for a pre-op consultation. So hopefully the other eye will be done in January, and my third eye, the one in the middle of my head that comes out on a Saturday, that'll be done in February.
Okay.
Just turn the speed up to 700 there, see can I get a bit more speed into it. But it's still a little bit off balance, so we'll just work away at that for a minute.
So, Mike, if you have the third eye taken out, how will all your Welsh brothers and sisters recognise you?
Follow Mike.
Is Mike not exiled from Wales anyway? I mean, is that not the... I don't know why he lives where he lives.
I've got a dicky connection.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
right.
I have. No, it's just gone out 3 or 4 times.
So I'm going to say that again, have I?
Yeah.
I might have
Go
to reset my router. We're okay at the moment. Yeah, go on. What was
I
that,
said,
Mark?
if you have your third eye removed, how are all your Welsh brothers and sisters going to recognise you?
By the webbing between my toes.
I know.
Yes.
No, so you're starting to interfere with the folk from Norfolk now.
Yeah.
You were going to say Cornish then, weren't you?
I was, I.
What I was going to say is
They have web fingers.
some of the West Country people happened to infiltrate Wales some years ago, so we've got their problem as well.
See, that's what it
But
is.
it affects our toes.
So I'm going to take a bit off the bottom here just to make space for a mortise that I'm putting in the bottom of this today. I'm not using a tenant.
How
And
dry
the
is this wood?
Dry enough.
Cop out answer. How dry is it?
I have no idea.
When was it
Wait a
felled?
Benjamin's in.
Wait a minute and I'll use my technical
Oh, no.
expertise and find out. Just hold on.
Afternoon, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
And Wivey Woodshed. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Hi,
Ready,
Andrew.
Ben? Hi,
And
Wivey.
Ivy. Yeah. Hi, Andrew. I can never remember Andrew's name, Ivy, so I just call him Ivy now.
The reason for all the bumping and banging is this bit of an inclusion here. But I'm far enough past it now that I should be able to get in there. If I could get that flat, which is not, it will be in a second.
Martin Askew is in.
In a morning.
That's a new name. That's a new name.
It is.
Afternoon, Martin.
Hi,
Although
Martin.
you're
Welcome
saying
along, mate.
that your workshop is a mess, Brian. So
What?
he's obviously been
Hi,
in before.
Martin.
And
My workshop's a mess.
yeah,
You
I
mean
know.
there's some shavings on it? Ah, that's all right. It's only shavings. They'll be gone before the morning is out.
They're gone. Usually they're gone
out.
before they hit the floor.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at that.
I'm going to
See
invent.
if
I'm
we,
going to invent a Hoover handle, so it's hollow in at the sides of the blade as it goes up, and it just draws the shavings up.
That'll be an
as you
interesting
turn.
development. So we'll get rid of the elbow stabber for a second. I know you can't see it, but I'm taking it off.
Elbow stabber.
Yep.
I'm going to see the pain on your face if you leave it in.
Douglas Mungham's in. Hi, Douglas.
The steps
Afternoon,
in.
Douglas.
Afternoon, Douglas.
So,
Afternoon,
Joe,
Douglas.
just because you don't know, Joe, I'll show you.
A little tip.
This is the elbow stabber.
A little tip for the elbow
Right.
stabber. What I find works very well. A walking
it out.
stick. A walking stick rubber.
Oh, yeah. Stick it on the end.
Yeah. And I stick that on the end, so I don't keep taking it out.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's a cunning and devious plan.
That's
Or
actually
you could just
really,
manufacture one out of
Mike,
wood and
Mike,
pop it over.
That's a
in a
really
turner.
good idea, Mike.
Waste of time, mate. Waste of time.
In a turner, you could turn one out of wood and slip it over the top.
I could. You said that 3 times now, Terry.
Well,
And I
you know,
still-
you did take any blinking notice.
What do you say?
No, he did take, but he took a lot of notice. He said it was a waste of time, Terry. 3 times. Peter's been very quiet. You all right over
Yes.
there, Peter?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm always quiet.
Just
Okay.
jump in whenever you like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
come in and
idea,
say,
mate.
you know,
Yeah.
don't you take a Take a make out of
What
Mike.
we suggest is, if you want to be heard at all, you better just jump in. Never mind whatever you like.
Just
Well,
tell
I'm gonna
everybody to shut up.
I've got a question for Peter. How long have you been wood turning?
Exactly what I was going to say.
200
Uh,
years.
Na, 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 na.
I first started 2016, I think.
Right, 5 years.
5 years.
So
Hmm.
quite recently.
Mark Stroughton's in. Hello, Mark.
Oh,
Mark.
Yeah, and in bad
you doing,
5
buddy?
years, it's pretty good. Peter?
We'll just try and
Yeah,
mark a little 10 on this. I need
What's
to
your,
lift this up just a fraction.
What's your favourite thing to turn?
Afternoon, babes, says Jennifer.
Oh,
Bowls, vases, hollow-forms, spindle.
I don't do hollow forms. I haven't got any hollowing tools, so I've not
Okay.
done anything like that yet.
Something to look forward to.
Just put a little pencil line in there so as you guys can see that.
I like turning anything really, but I think my favourite thing to turn at the moment is probably pens.
Okay.
So raise the
Okay.
tool
Jamin
rest
says
on purpose there, guys. So that when I was using the dividers were trailing downwards and not pointing upwards. That's why I raised the tool rest a little bit there.
Ben Jammies asked
Don't
which
want
Peter is. Peter Corcoran. Ben. Why don't you show everybody what would happen if you did it the other way around, Brian, and put the points
Yeah, no
up?
thanks.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
idea.
thanks.
Yeah.
No.
Touched it.
That would be stupid.
I've done it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That would
Oh,
be
yeah,
stupid.
we know you have, Mike.
I'd just like to say, Terry,
Yes, Peter.
congratulations. You're one of the few people that actually pronounce my name correctly.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, thank you,
Yeah, I
mate.
pronounced it every which way, but
Go on then. How is this supposed to be said, Peter?
Corcoran.
The way I just said it, Brian.
Yeah.
Peter Corcoran.
yeah.
Peter Corcoran.
Ah,
My
because
very
he's-
first, the pronunciation was
Oh, that's all right.
Corcoran.
Yeah,
It's
Mark,
the
Mark,
accent.
That's what I usually say. But it seems to have an extra C in it somewhere.
Yeah, well, you're Scottish, that's why.
no, I'm not.
No,
No,
not you,
no,
Peter. Brian. That's why he puts an extra C in. That's Brian.
Come on, Peter, keep up.
Whenever Brian can, he can
Yeah.
he'll add as
Yeah,
many extra
extras.
letters as he can, especially ours.
As long as it's not vowels. Don't use vowels in Scotland.
Arrs. Stuart and
Stuart
Greeley's in.
Greeley. Oh,
Beat you.
Afternoon,
Oh,
Stuart.
Or even
Yes,
Stuart
today.
Ingreel.
Brian, if
Stuart
you're not gonna show us how to not use calipers, can you show us how not to use a spindle roughing gouge on a bowl?
I can.
Yeah.
How deep are you going, Brian?
You could demonstrate a catch
About
so
4,
we can see what would
about
happen.
4 mil.
4 mil.
How big is the bowl?
This bowl.
10
I have
inches.
no idea. I didn't measure it. Will I measure it now?
Wow.
Measure
10
it.
by 4.
Might be a
You
good
think-
idea.
You think
Might
does
be
it
a
need
good
measured?
idea to measure the. Yeah, might be a good idea to measure the diameter, so you know how deep to make the mortise.
And how wide?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think I'll just use
Think
my
I'll be
judgment.
fine is. Think I'll be fine is the precursor to. Oh my God, where'd that bowl go?
You know what thought did, didn't you? Thought
Well,
it was,
let's
but it
have a
wasn't.
look here. It is
Well, you-
9
I'll
and a
measure at
half
the other
inches across his.
Measure at the other end, you can see exactly.
I can't because I can't get in there for the chuck.
How deep?
Duh.
Take it off the chuck.
Duh. No. Why would I waste my time doing that? It's about 9.5
Store.
inches.
Okay.
And it
Okay.
is
4.
3.5 inches deep.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it looked bigger
Nice
than
Nice
that,
size
to be
bowl
fair.
then.
I'd
So
go 5
on-
mil
on-
on that.
That'll be
on
a nice
average,
size bowl.
How deep
Yes.
mortise would you normally do? Is
How
4
deep? How
mil
deep
is
is
normal
your-
for any.
3 mil is normal for thinner stuff. 2 to 3 inches. If it's any bigger than 3 inches, I tend
5
to do
mil.
a 5 mil mortise.
Okay.
Because that's a fair lump of wood spinning.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair
How
weight.
deep is your bowl?
Well, I'm a novice,
song
so
of
I
them.
thought I'd ask.
It's all right, Joe. I'll use my other depth gauge to see just how much of a mortise I put in there.
The other depth. Ooh.
Well, he's
Uh,
got depth
that-
gauges
that's,
coming out of his ears.
That's 3/16 of an inch, which is 5 mil. That
Fine.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You happy with that now?
Happy with that.
I'm just going to use my little point tool.
You may continue.
Thank you. I was continuing anyway, whether you said me or not. So I'll just make a little circle in here, just a little. There we go.
I think we should have an interpreter for Brian, you know.
And the reason I did that is because I want it to look
Subtitles.
like somebody cares.
So where do you put your Omega's mark then? Do you put it inside the first
It will
ring,
be
or do you put it
inside
around
the
the
first
outside of
ring,
the
yeah.
ring?
No, it'll
Okay.
be
It
inside the first
actually
ring.
fits inside that ring.
I
It
can
doesn't
make
look
it
that
any.
big, does it?
I can make it any size I like, Joe, because it's done
Okay.
with a laser. Now let's finish shaving the outside of this barrel. I'm tempted to leave this bit of an inclusion in here.
Yes, Wivey, he has.
What? What have I
You
done?
received your depth gauge from me.
Yeah, but what was wrong with it, Mark?
This
I haven't
this
got
was
mine
the
yet.
depth
No,
gauge that Mark
no,
sent me. Like this is
Andrew.
this is said depth gauge. Like this is it.
Andrew's asking
But,
if I've got mine yet. The answer is no,
the
Andrew.
issue
I
was that Mark
don't
had it.
expect you.
Mark actually drilled the hole this way, which is
Right,
incorrect.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I had to re-drill the hole.
Yeah.
To put that the right way, and then I put a little locking nut on the top.
Funny thing is, Mark's actually made himself one, which is the wrong way.
Look
I
at
have.
that. There you go. So there you go. 5 mil.
What were you thinking?
Still works on Mark, doesn't it?
All right, fair enough. If it
I
works.
don't
Actually,
watch-
think
I
I
don't-
modelled
I
this
don't
on
watch
one that I modelled this one on one that I think Mike Walt uses.
Yeah. Well,
Mike Walt uses a depth
that
gauge.
would make it. That would
I think
make,
it's
make
either
sense.
Mike or
Right, you must be
Mike
doing
Peace.
that.
it might have been
I'll
Mike
show-
Peace actually.
I'll show you. Oh, no, I'll show you mine later on. It's 17
what?
Don't,
inches,
Ben.
17 inches wide. It's a piece of spare batten, and I've had it for years, and it works.
Well,
Don't you ever go through the bottom of a bowl
now,
and like.
Stuart's saying his
Oh,
bits
yeah,
don't
still
bicker
do.
as much as this.
Benjamin says that he wouldn't have thought that an approved tutor would need
I
a
realised-
depth gauge.
I realised
No, we
that,
don't.
Andrew, sorry.
You don't.
No, Terry ain't got his yet.
Not likely to either.
Oh,
Andrew says that he wasn't
Stop your
asking
whinging.
if Brian had his, was asking about Terry's, Mark.
All right.
yeah, I know.
Just to rub it in,
I'm so-
Mark.
My bad. Sorry.
Daddy's unlikely to ever get one.
1, 2,
I don't need
3.
one.
I've actually got 4 depth gauges, 2 of which were made by a fellow countryman of Brian's many years ago.
No, not a Scotsman.
Justina Flynn is in.
Good afternoon,
Justina.
Justina.
And
Baz
And
Baz
his
from
is
Baz.
Real Simple Things is in.
Not
Good
bad.
afternoon, Baz.
I don't.
No, he's not burning it, Baz, because it's too good
It's
a
manic
figuring.
today, everybody. It's manic.
Made by Jim Robb on 2015.
Jim Robb.
Yeah,
Not Jim Bob.
no, Jim Robb.
Cuts nicely, this piece of wood.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Must be. Is it still fairly damp or green?
No, it's not overly damp, no.
No.
I'm just going off to
Yeah,
get a
he's
bit of
cut it.
lunch. I shall bring a sausage back to the workshop.
That's okay,
Okay.
mate.
Okay.
You do that.
He's avoiding that question, Terry, because he's done a
Feeling a bit
mortise in
faint.
it.
Yeah. I thought that.
What,
Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks is in.
oh, sorry. Do you
Oh,
want me to
Todd.
check how damp it is? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, we did ask earlier when you said you were doing a mortise.
It's about 40% moisture. There you go.
Maybe
I
a
used
deeper
my tent.
mortise than.
Morse is fine. Morse is fine.
Benjamin says he has a few depth gauges, but he prefers to use the large caliper doodahs, and he has a D1 from Simon Hope.
Right. Know the one you mean. I've seen them.
I have a particularly nice set of ball calipers that were bought for me by my dear friend Ruby Clare. They are absolutely fantastic because they're so thin they'll fit between the jaws of your chuck. So
Right.
when you use a mortise, it will actually go to the bottom of the mortise.
Try and just use intuition.
You
Todd
just
at
use
Glen-
force, don't you?
I want to have a look at this
Use the
because it has a
force.
bit of a crack. It has a bit of a crack in it.
Todd at Glen
Just-
Cove Woodworks
just here.
is in. Hello,
Hi,
Todd.
Todd.
How you doing, mate?
I may actually
I've
just
said
put a little
that
bit of thin
already.
super glue down in that.
We didn't hear you, Joe.
Nobody's
Sorry,
listening
Joe.
to me today.
Nobody takes any notice of you.
So, Peter, what's your favourite wood to turn?
Oh, definitely you.
Yeah, there's a
Not
few
you,
people
you.
that I like
You,
you.
you.
I think that's
I know
in
what you
the
mean.
top 3 of everybody's, isn't it?
Yeah,
I would say, yeah.
it's beautiful.
You, Laburnum,
I don't like Lebanon very much.
Ash is nice to
Very
turn. I like
pretty.
to turn ash. Like turn
I
oak.
like,
Ash,
yeah.
chestnut.
Oak's
My
Yeah.
lovely
favourite wood
to
to
turn as
turn.
well.
My favourite wood to
Good
turn
turn.
because it's easy. Sycamore.
Yeah. Gerard, the French
please
turners,
turn.
come in. Come on, Joe.
Hi,
Keep
Jared.
up.
Well, I
Hello,
was, but you
Gerard.
just then talked over me there. But it's all right. I'll let you off. I'm
I
going to
didn't.
get
I
my
started
own
to give
first.
point
Peter a chance.
I started
in
first.
this hour. I'm going to get
Okay,
my own
Gerard.
back shortly.
Baz, the new voice is Peter Corcoran from the chat. Guest earworming today. He's popped his earworm cherry.
Thank you very
He may be becoming a regular
I may have
earworm.
to change the shape of this bowl to get rid of that crack.
Ben's asking,
Hmm.
who is Peter's most favourite and least favourite earworm?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Well, obviously, I'm his favourite because I can pronounce his name correctly. I don't know about you, he's not.
So can I.
I'll take the Fifth
I can have a
Amendment on
few
that
guesses.
I'm taking the fifth, he says. I'm taking the fifth.
Baz says he likes to burn everything. We noticed that.
Yeah, but how could you burn that? I mean, look at it.
Yeah,
Baz,
you can
Monday
burn it.
night, I'll
You
be
can't do
burning
that.
the bowl.
Look at that. I mean, how would you
I'll be
burn
doing
that? Look at it. Look at that. Is
Yeah.
that not gorgeous?
Monday night, Baz, I'm
Beautiful.
going to be doing a heavy burn.
So I've got a little bit there that I need to get rid of, and a little flat there that I need to get rid of, but I'm trying to leave a bit in here. Why would you just leave that?
Why don't you? Time for sanding.
Yeah, I know.
Newcastle's
I need to
my
get rid of this. This is a soft flat here, so
Nick
I might have
Castle's
to.
just come in.
I'm gonna try and
Hello,
get rid of that
Good
first.
afternoon, Nick.
Is Nico in here?
We'll just change the shape a little bit. Put a little foot on it there.
A foot.
Yeah, just because I like a foot on things.
We've noticed.
Oh,
I
sorry.
like the foot on that vase that time.
I'm going to be totally honest, mate. Sorry,
You don't like it.
that foot doesn't go with that shape of bowl at all.
Well, I suppose it's Brian's wood and
You'd be pleased to know that I'm
he
back.
likes it.
Sorry, I
Oh.
didn't hear that.
Did you
I
go
can smell
somewhere?
the sausages from here.
Is Mike back, is he? Oh, time to leave. Hello, Yorkshire.
Yorkshire gets in. Hi, Glenn.
Oh, hello, Glenn.
Dennis.
Hi, Clint.
Nice to see you're aboard.
Good
So
afternoon.
you think that foot
darling.
doesn't
How
go,
are
Mark?
you
Do you not?
Yeah.
Right,
Well, I think
get rid
it's
of it.
all right. No, don't. If you
No,
want,
take it
if
right
you
in
want
tight.
a foot in it, you put a
Yeah.
foot in it,
A
Brian.
nice
Your
round
piece of
bowl.
wood.
Aesthetically pleasing. Nice round bowl. The
Ignore
small.
these two.
Shape
Two.
has to flow right the way round
Right.
for that size bowl, I think.
Yeah,
My
so do
humble
I.
opinion.
Don't be bullied, Brian. Do your
Yeah.
thing.
I'm not being bullied.
No, he's doing it right, Joe. Take note.
That's why you employ earworms. Try and keep you right a wee bit. Try and give you some advice. Sometimes it's not very good advice, but sometimes it's all right.
Well, I was
Look,
told
when we're
that
taking the mickey, we're taking the mickey, but when we're trying to be serious and help you, you know it.
I was told that
Oh, have you heard this?
when you look at a bowl from side on, it should look as if the curve meets up the centre above the surface of the table. Just on the surface of the table.
Yeah.
Not that I can ever achieve it, but that's what you're supposed to do.
No,
apparently.
but it's worth a trying it. That's the thing.
But now I'm trying to do
When
a
you
bit
get it right,
of a
you know
finishing
that-
cut here so that I can go to sanding.
Mhm.
So just
Plus
a
you use
nice
the sharp
light
bow
cut.
gouge for that.
It was sharpened prior to the event.
Mm.
I heard that. I heard that. I heard that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should have sharpened it before you started the finishing cut.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God, I give up.
Makes for a better cut. Makes for a
That's why you
smoother
I
cut.
got
employ
this. I
earworms
think.
to
I
keep
think
you
this.
why
Is,
you
I
employ
think this idea came from Rex B. But I joined
I thought it was
joined
Brent.
the Rex B
Um,
club, and I've
Quick
taken
peek
this.
up.
I thought it was Benjamin.
The Benjamin.
Yeah.
Probably. Aye,
Well,
it
that's
was
where I
Benjamin.
saw it. It's all Ben.
So what I've done is this normally had two holes in it, just there. And I've just taken a slice out of it so as it just sits in. Instead of having to unscrew the bolt the whole way, you can just lift it and put it back in.
Great
Good
idea.
a great little modification, and it works a treat. So makes it a whole
I
lot
do
easier
like-
to get that off and on.
We were talking about this before we went live, weren't we? I really do like the idea.
Hmm.
I just can't bring myself to cut up my Sorby Pro Edge.
I'm
It's-
with
it's
you.
four-
I'm
it's
with you, Mark.
400
I reckon
just-
when Sorby gets hold of that idea, they'll alter
Get me
it.
wrong, it looks like it makes it a really, really convenient,
Mhm.
absolutely spot on idea. Just don't want to do it to mine.
When Sorby sees that, they'll modify theirs to suit. I'm
Yeah.
So
sure.
that's 45 degrees on the Pro set. First hole in the
It's
jig,
idiot proof, isn't it?
and that's 45 degrees. Do one wing.
Oh, is that a diamond belt? Spy.
There's a diamond belt, yep.
Nice and lightly.
Switch over, do the other wing,
Mm.
I think it's worth noting as well.
and then finish it off by sweeping over the nose all the way around. And just do it once more, but no pressure. We're not pressing on the belt at all, we're just letting the belt do the work. There we go. And that's that sharp.
Great bit of kit. I think it's worth
Absolutely
mentioning as
fine.
well, if you've got the 3 holes, if you put
Yep.
it in the hole nearest the belt, it's what is on the Pro set. And then the
45
middle
degrees.
hole, then it'd be 50, and then 55 at the
55.
end.
Each hole adds 5 degrees.
Yep.
It does. Excellent. Let's get back to the
Gerard's
overhead.
having to pop out because he's got his booster. He's had a call.
Good man, Jared.
So, yep. Good
See you,
luck.
Gerard.
Glad you got it.
Hey, look at that difference in shame is now fluffing off. Lovely. Look at that. Perfect.
I could keep it on the piece of work. There's still a little bit of an inclusion there, which is causing a little bit of bounce. Well, it's not so much an inclusion, it's just where the black was. I'll need to move this round a bit. That's terrible. Can't get a cut at that properly. Too close.
Tra la 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 la.
It's perfect down there, but it's not so good there. Where I was trying to come round the corner.
Crumbs were so quiet,
Yeah, we're just
concentrating.
constipating on what Ryan's doing.
It's the enthralling turning,
Mm.
keeping us all spellbound.
Shut up,
Yeah,
Mike.
well,
Okay.
Something like that.
And they just fell off the end of it. There's something definitely going on there. What's going on there?
Because you got
you might want to
inclusion.
lower the handle and cut with the wing. Might help.
Also, because you've got those branch inclusions,
It's the knot, I
You're
think.
bouncing.
you've got the grain going in different directions.
There's a knot there which is causing the thing to bounce. I'm just going to do a little pull cut over here and just do a shear scrape and try and take that out of there. Just drop that down a fraction.
Your lathe is resonating through the shaft. You need to speed it up or slow it down a bit.
Ooh.
Better.
Douglas Mungham said, Joe, I've had to have a blood transfusion because of your singing.
There you are, poor bugger. He's getting pretty ill, Douglas is, with your singing, Joe. I think you might have to curb it.
I think that'll do.
Don't think so.
He's had 9 appointments now.
Let's go to the sander.
I like
So
the
you
have to
markings
put
on that.
earplugs in
Nice.
if it's that bad.
I like the markings on that one.
I like the markings on it too.
Yeah,
These
it's
bits
lovely,
here,
isn't it?
these bits are green,
Green.
but then they
Yeah.
kind of turn brown up here.
Mm.
So they'll probably all go
Very
brown eventually.
different.
Extractor on. And all of you guys will be pleased to know that I fixed my extractor.
What was the problem?
The seal on the barrel that I used between the Cyclone and the blue barrel wasn't adequate. So yesterday I just taped around the edge of it with a bit of gaffer tape just to test it. And it's like differences like chalk and cheese.
Right.
So you've just bought an extra roll of gaffer tape when you got to change it.
That's it. Now what I intend to do is I'm going to get a bicycle tire the same size as the barrel, and I'm going to mount that on the top of the barrel and then half inflate it. So
Rex
it's when
joined us.
the vacuum comes on, it'll suck the thing down onto the rubber, and it'll just be like a big O-ring, if you like.
Hi, Rex.
I'm going to try that anyway and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Rex
Or even
Beach
an
just
inner tube.
joined.
Hi, Rex.
No, Rex.
Inner
Rex?
tube might work.
Yeah, an inner tube, that's what I mean. A bicycle inner tube, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say tire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant inner tube.
Martin Askew says you need a curved tool rest like Mark's.
Yeah, I have a curved tool rest, but I actually don't like it.
Good.
Mark's was good. I tried to buy one off the guy that Mark got his from, and he stopped making them.
Oh,
Yeah, they're no good apparently, so they stopped it.
No.
Managed to
Not
palm the
true.
lap going off the mark.
Very funny.
Well, I've got a couple. I sometimes I like them, other times because actually when you turn your standard tool rest inwards a bit, to lessen. In actual fact, at a certain point, even if you've got the curved tool rest, when you're going towards the middle, your pivot point is not far off that of a normal rest anyway.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Hi, Rex. Nice to see you, buddy.
Rex, baby.
So I've got a little toolbar just about here, and because it's quite deep. I don't know why it's still there, but I've changed grits. I've went down to 80 grit instead of 120, just to try and get rid of it. Don't be afraid to use 80 grit, guys.
Use 60 grit if you want.
Yeah, if you need to, use it.
One of the best gouges in your armory, that 80 grit.
That'll do. So let's get rid of that. So we'll go now to the back to 120 again, and then go up through the grits to 240. Joe's warming up her
Just
vocal
warming
cords.
up, yeah.
Oh, God.
Won't make any difference, but still.
I suddenly feel an illness coming on.
Yeah, Douglas is off to the doctors.
Another blood transfusion for Douglas.
Another blood transfusion.
very funny.
Where do you stand on Joe singing, Peter?
As far away
Tell
as
the truth,
possible.
Peter.
As far away as possible. Well, that's funny.
Well, it's better than mine.
Oh, that's a
Oh, that's
tactful answer.
diplomatic.
Well, that was
Oh.
120. That was very tactful, Peter.
Yeah, you're too diplomatic to be on here. I tell you that, Peter.
Well, especially
Yeah.
with this crowd, anyway.
I was just going to ask Joe, how long is your list now?
Well,
I'm
Well,
not
I
on
think
it.
you might be on it.
after that meet-up, I cancelled everybody out, but safe to say, Mark is back on the list at the
Wait a
top.
second.
We've got Steve and we've got Brian on the list. So
What?
we've got the
I
three
honest-
of them at the moment.
No.
I
back up a
honestly
step.
don't think I'm out. I
How-
don't
how-
think I'm number one on the list
How
at the
could I
moment.
possibly be on the list?
You see, some of us.
Brian
some
lives
of us
in
are
denial,
really nice.
but
Yeah.
No, I don't live in Northern Ireland. I'm not in an island.
Oh,
Well, that's almost like denial, isn't it?
it is.
I'm going to have to work a lot harder, I can see that.
She just forgot to mention your name there, Mike.
Oh, yes.
Don't think you're not on the list, because you definitely are.
There's
I'll
only
be
Terry
upset
that's not on the list at the moment.
Barry's heard praises
Yeah.
having to go, saying sorry has to leave.
Who's
Hi,
not
Barry.
on the
Barry.
list?
Thanks for coming in, mate.
Hi,
See,
Barry.
see what you just the thought of the possibility of Joe singing Barry's left.
Yeah, you know, Mike, you've just made the list.
Well,
I'm not on it because
That's
I'm a
240.
lovely fellow.
Oh, Pete's not on it at the moment either. He's not.
He's not very well, that's why.
No.
Can't hit him when he's down. We can.
Benjamin says that he thinks I should stand outside number 10 and keep singing until they get their act together.
Until I have a party. No, not your saying.
They'll have a
Well,
party.
they have a party anyway, don't they?
Well, apparently not.
Apparently not, yeah. According to.
Let's wait for the
Disco
review.
lights.
So let's put some Yorkshire Grit on here.
Oh, no,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not, Brian, are you?
Sanding sealer.
Sanding Cedar,
No,
Brian,
I'm
says on the
doing Yorkshire
tin.
Grit twice.
Says it on the tin.
I want to do Yorkshire Grit twice.
No.
there's a cracking meme going round with Boris outside number 10 making an announcement about no parties and all the rest of it, and in the background through all the windows of number 10 you can see there's a massive party going on. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no party.
No.
So if you forget sanding sealer like I just did, look, says it on the lid, look, use sanding sealer. Yeah.
It does. Now, Stuart says,
forgot.
Joe singing sounds like Anne Widdecombe and Kate Bush having a fight. And then he
Well, you
says,
can
can I
do.
be on the list? Yeah, you can be on the list, Stuart. You've just made it.
Bye, Barry.
There you go.
Baz is having to leave. He said he's off before the singing starts. Later all. Cheers,
See you,
Baz.
Baz.
See you
Take care,
later,
mate.
Baz.
Wise
Right,
move.
lads.
See you, Buzz.
Hands I feel pity can be soft as your face, with light brown pretty.
There's a choir
Oh
of
my
hounds in the
goodness,
background.
how many?
I know there's a
Animals
choir
and
there.
everywheres.
It wasn't me,
Carper.
Joe. Joe, it wasn't me.
All
Wasn't
right.
me.
I was going to say there was 52 watching, Brian. It's 41 now.
All right, okay.
Douglas Mungham is crying uncontrollably.
Terry Bartlett says, oh, those angelic melodies.
Right. Time out
Terry,
for
have you-
Bartlett.
Terry Bartlett, you need to, you need to
Take
have
me
a
for
serious
Bartlett.
look at yourself, buddy.
Hey,
Take
my
yourself
fellow
outside.
shooter, join the ranks.
He's
Take
not
yourself
tone
to the
deaf, is
bathroom.
he, Terry?
Look in the mirror and give yourself good telling off.
What's that, Mike?
I think it was Peter.
I didn't say anything, Terry.
Oh, sorry,
It's
Pete.
Peter.
What would you say?
Yeah,
Peter.
I said, is Terry Bartlett tone deaf?
He is.
Peter's on the list.
I think he's totally deaf.
Peter Cochran.
He's only in. Good man, Peter.
Benjamin says, I heard it's not the fossil fuels destroying the ozone layer, it's just Joe singing.
Oh my goodness.
Took the words out of Terry's mouth. Terry Bartlett's mouth.
So I'm sure everybody knows how to use Yorkshire Grit by now. And if you don't,
Tough.
Steve from SK Cross has a great little video. You can go and watch it. Well, just watch what I'm doing, you'll think you'll get the right
You're
idea.
going to stand and seal of that as well, or not?
No. I forgot. So I'm
Okay.
not standing
Just
still
checking.
in it.
Right.
It'll be fine.
It will.
It'll be grand. I'm only using the Yorkshire Grit to bring it up to 1,000 grit. That's why I'm using it. Or the equivalent thereof.
Pete from Twisted
Stuart
Trees
just
is
said,
in.
Joe should record her singing and send it to be played to the inmates of Guantanamo Bay.
They'd all talk then.
think
Give
that
up their
I think
secrets.
that would actually be against the Geneva Convention.
Mention you.
Morning, Pete. Pete Twisted Trees
Morning,
just
Pete.
joined.
Hello,
Morning,
Pete.
Pete.
Hiya,
Hey,
Pete.
Pete.
Hope you're feeling a
Hope
bit
you're
better
feeling
today, buddy.
Rex B says, I think Joe sings well. The dogs and cats ran off. Oops, my hearing aid was turned off. Oh, look at
God, everybody in the chat, send Pete some good wishes. He's been
Not very well.
poorly.
Yeah.
Bit poorly.
No, they
Yeah,
haven't.
we sent.
You're only saying that, Mark.
No, I was asking them to.
All right,
Yeah.
begging them more like.
Get well,
Yeah.
Pete.
Michael McEwen is in the chat. He's joined us.
Michael.
How are you?
Good
Hello,
afternoon,
Michael.
So just turn the speed up now and just remove any excess wax or any excess grit that's there.
Ah, Todd says, just keep on singing, Joe. You're a national treasure. There we go.
There are some strange people in our chat.
So
I was
was
gonna
Long
say,
John
That's
hurry up
why
and
Silver.
you're on the list, Brian.
I was going to say, hurry up and get better, Pete, or we'll make Joe sing to you all the time.
Miraculous recovery overnight. Well, Pete can't hear anyway. We got no internet.
There we go.
Rex, it's better to use paper towel. Shouldn't really be using a cloth anywhere near a lathe. Unless it's a safety cloth.
Well,
I don't
would-
think you get any better
I read a
finish
post this
with it.
morning about that exact same thing. And before paper towels became in vogue, everybody used 000 wire wool, which is not a good idea.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I
cloth
used to.
and cotton
I
cloth.
used to.
Now,
I always
you're
used to use
holding a
cotton
piece of cotton
cloths.
cloth like this,
Yeah.
and hold it
It's how
onto
you
the face.
exactly. It's
And
how
if
you
it
how I
hold it.
used
catches,
to do
it
it.
gets taken away from your hand.
Did that for years.
It should be perfectly safe. It should be, but you'll see that I'm using a paper towel because I'm not very good at self-preservation, I have to say.
The silly thing
But
is,
I
You got
hold
to
it
set with a
correctly.
burning machine.
I still use 000Y wool. Never on camera,
No,
but I do, and nothing with inclusions, nothing like that, obviously. But I just put wax on that sometimes. I still do it.
Hmm.
have a
You
look at
rebel.
that.
Well,
There we
no,
go.
as long as Brian says, as long as you hold in whether it's a cloth, wire, wool, whatever,
As long as it's
lightly.
safe.
Yeah, that
What do you
looks
think of that,
gorgeous,
guys?
Brian.
It
Shame
does.
about the
That's a
Let's have
shape.
a-
stunning piece of wood.
Absolutely.
Dare I
This is
Very
say,
nice.
that's a
What it
more
wants
interesting piece than the other piece.
Yeah, it
Right.
is.
So we'll put a bit
Yeah.
of Hampshire sheen on it. Show you the tan, so you know. A little bit of Hampshire sheen, high gloss wax.
Now, Nick Castle is asking, how does one use a tack cloth?
Tack
Same
cloth.
as a tack cloth. You could same as any
Same as
other
it.
cloth. As long
Yeah.
as you. The thing is, and I'm not being pedantic about this. As long as you hold it lightly between finger and thumb,
Just like
and
this.
maybe the second, the third finger. How many fingers you got, Walt? And make
I
sure
sometimes hold it like that, so
that
it's
it's
between my
below
thumb
the
and my
centre.
pinky, and keep it below the centre of the bowl.
That's right.
If it gets taken away, it goes that way, away
Can't
from
do
your
anything.
fingers. If you start getting a cloth and wrapping it up in your hand, have a big ball of it and try that, or maybe take a finger with it. Keep
What
it
is
flat.
what is more dangerous, in my opinion, is wearing identity bracelets, watches, and rings.
I agree.
Personally,
And long sleeves when they're flapping about
Yep.
a bit.
indeed.
And the other option, of course, is nowadays we have these
Safety cloth. Yeah.
safety cloth,
I must
which
admit,
is
That's another way to make money.
I'm guilty of it. I do get asked quite often, why am I wearing beads on my right wrist? They're prayer beads, but they are on elastic. So if they did catch, the elastic would snap instantly. I try not to wear them, but I do wear them sometimes when I'm turning.
Woodturnings by Barry has just joined us. Hi, Barry.
Hi, Barry.
Right,
Hi,
Barry.
Barry.
Afternoon, Barry.
Hi, Barry.
So just let that flash off for a minute or two, let some of the solvents out. But the good thing about Hampshire sheen is you can actually do it almost instantly anyway. As long as you
And-
rub in enough till it goes tacky, you can just about polish it up straight away. So I'm going to do a
Benjamin just
light
made
polishing with that, and then I'm going to change to this safety cloth. It's much finer consistency. This is cheap, nasty out of Lidl. and this is a
That's
much
more
better
expensive.
consistency. It's much more expensive, but you don't need to use that much of it. I bought 2 packets and I've still got a packet and 3/4 left.
It's okay for final polishing, I suppose.
That's all I use it for. Is just a final buff up. I don't use it for anything else. I certainly wouldn't use it with the Yorkshire Grit or any other polishes.
Benjamin made a valid point there. He said, playing devil's advocate, Abranet, the coarser grits of Abranet, can also get caught in inclusions and stuff as well.
Yeah, indeed.
So,
indeed.
you know, at the end of the day, just use your common sense, isn't it?
And work safely is what you got to do.
Exactly.
Called risk assessment.
At the end of the day, you're responsible for your own workshop safety,
Exactly.
not anybody else.
So we hope you don't change your channel to Brian the One-Armed Turner.
That's just a mite unkind. Mr. Bray.
I got to mute myself. Hang on.
Mike's
Mike's just-
corpsing.
Yeah,
Mike's
Mike's
just
just gone
falling
off
off his
his chair
stool
again.
laughing.
Or as he gets more experienced further down the line, it's toe turning with Brian.
On toe time with Brian on
He
Tuesday.
don't have any arms at all.
There you go, guys. That's gonna listen. Would you listen to Walt in the background? That's the
How do
outside
you-
thumb.
Beautiful.
Let's see if
How
we
to
get
use
the
a
end.
skew chisel between your teeth.
I keep doing that. Try to open that more when it should be closing it. Those are mine. This mortise might be the wrong size. Oh dear.
Did you dent that then, Brian, or not?
Well, look at that. No.
No. Oh, I
Well,
thought
he's
you
not
caught
telling
it
us
on
who he
the-
did.
No. I mean, we've all done that before now as well. You
Yeah,
turn it
no,
around and...
Clunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pete Twisted Trees says, wire wool is probably more dangerous to your headstock bearings and workshop than your fingers, as said, as long as you use it right. Metal dust eats bearings and wire wool burns easy and hot. Correct. I think the most dangerous thing with
very
wire
hot.
wool is where you store it,
Yeah.
because it can instantly conflagrate.
Combust.
Conflagrate.
No, I like conflagration. I like that word.
Oh, spontaneous conflagration. I'm here trying to say.
I tell you what, this eye isn't working very well. Douglas Mungham has just said, "Amazing wood, Brian."
Yeah, something wrong with your eyes. Something wrong with your eyes, Mike.
It is an
I
amazing piece of
thought-
wood, and it's as simply as a piece of sycamore. It's a
He
crotch
didn't
piece.
comment on the turning, did he?
No, I thought Douglas said. I thought it said Amazon wood, Brian, meaning he got the
Amazon.
blank off
Amazon.
Amazon. I must get my eyes tested.
Yeah, you must get that other one sorted.
Yeah. Chris Dodd said, "You guys are mad."
Oh, yeah.
Taking you
You
this
have to
long
be the work here,
realise.
Chris. You've got to
Ah,
be the
where
work here.
Where have you been, Chris? So I'm just going to put the tailstock up against that just for a minute or two because I've had some.
Get rid of the
Because you
dent.
put a
just
small
put it in.
mortise in the
some-
bottom, that's
some-
why.
Some
Yeah.
doubts.
Too small a mortise, mate.
Mortis.
Apparently,
Not taking any
apparently this
chances.
mortise is too small.
It's not
This
deep
big
enough,
lump of
not
wood,
wide.
so-
It's not deep enough,
Well-
not wide enough for a big lump of wood like that.
We'll lose a bit of weight first then. Let me just push this
Yeah, you need
tailstock
to
out
do
of the way a
that as
bit.
well.
I always get told off for doing that. You see, I say told off. People always say, "Why have you got your
This
your
sticking out too
tailstock
far.
Well, exactly, yeah, but it's rubbish. You
It
can
is
have
rubbish.
it sticking out as far as you want it. It's only
Yep.
supporting.
That's
Yeah,
out 3 1/4
Benjam.
inches. That's only 3 1/4 inches out there.
Yeah.
That's-
Benjamin's got a good point as well for safety. He said, while we're in the mood for discussing safety, always leave your oily rags out to dry, flat, outside,
Correct.
not bunched up, because they will
Correct.
in the bin, because they will
Very
They can
spontaneously
spontaneously
combust.
combust.
Yep. Or if
Saw
you've
that
got to
happen
leave them
once in a
bunched
big
up,
workshop.
do them
Used
in a
to work.
metal,
While we're
have
on
them in a
it,
metal container with a screw top. You know, the
and,
screw lid.
and while we're on it, always wear shoes in your workshop.
Preferably with
It's
steel
not
toe
funny.
Yeah, not
It's
high
not
heels.
clever. Just some proper shoes.
Not
Don't
clever
be
with bare
barefoot in
feet.
your workshop. That's
Slippers.
just ridiculous.
Safety shoes.
Yeah.
Always wear them safety shoe. That camera. I'll have to bring
And
the
always
rim down a
stand in the
little
way
bit
of a
because
bowl.
it's not quite.
Always stand in the way of a bow when you first put it on if it's got a small mortise.
That's why I'm over here. That's the line of fire over here. Now, this handle is in the way. If you guys can see, I'll go to the overhead. Can you see it from there? No. Try that one.
Which handle? What?
Oh
I
yeah.
also
This
yeah.
handle
just
is in the way. So
Lock it on the other side.
That's it.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to turn it over and look on that side.
That's it.
Wow.
while we're discussing shoes, always make sure you wear the right shoes. Otherwise, your so-called friends grass you up to your girlfriend.
Yeah. When you wear your new ones.
Oh, is this when you wore your new trainers in the workshop? Yeah.
I did-
Yes, you did.
Why did you do
Not
that?
that any
Matt?
of us saw it, but she found out within 3 seconds.
Benjamin came up with a very valid point here. Also, another tip, which might seem obvious, but you never know who's watching. Don't test a blowtorch on your bare skin. Very,
true.
very good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get that one, Brian?
Was that? Who's that? That wasn't Ben said that, was it?
Yeah.
How'd you
Yeah.
guess? How'd you
Yeah.
guess?
How did I know?
You-
How did I
You
guess?
can do that in the dark, but you mustn't do it in the sunlight because you can't see the flame in the sunlight.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do it in the sunlight.
Tommy's workshop said there's a burning bin outside his workshop for rags, paper, towels. Well, mine is for rags, paper towels,
Goblets.
and turnings.
Goblets, platters, bowls.
Goblets,
Vases.
bowls, holoforms, anything you like. Mention it all.
Various half-turned pieces. Didn't quite make it all the way.
If any of you guys are fortunate enough to have a lesson with Martin Saban Smith,
But-
you will be aware of his pet hate about thumbs.
Thumbs.
Nah, don't put your thumb on the side of the
Because
tool.
you will
Because you-
unconsciously push it.
Yep.
Another way you can do it, Brian, is catch hold from underneath the gouge with
Yeah.
a thumb and finger and pull down. That's well do it.
Like Stuart does it, Stuart Batty.
Down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, just pull down.
No, just
No, I
the
don't
two
like that.
fingers.
Just your
No.
thumb and your finger. Thumb in one
Yeah.
finger,
Pull down that way. Let me
just
try that.
one
Yeah.
finger, and pull downwards, not push it, pull down.
That's one
Yeah.
finger.
Yeah, I'm
one
going to try
finger.
that now. I'm just trying to get started here. There we go.
Take the other finger off.
That's it, pull down. Push your gouge a bit. That's it. There you go. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
Drive with your right hand.
Drive it with your right hand. Just pull down with your left. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, maybe because you're not standing properly because you're standing facing the lathe. You should be facing the work. But you can't do that because the tailstock's in the way. You just turn the headstock slightly to do it properly.
Well, I could turn the headstock, but I'm not about to.
To do it comfortably, I mean, you know.
I'm quite happy doing this. So I'm standing facing the work now. You can't see it.
You could probably lose
So
the
I'm
headstock.
Actually
tailstock
standing
by now.
facing.
Yeah,
I'll get rid of it just in a minute.
finger and thumb. That's it. Pull down with that. Just move
I'm
it.
pulling now,
Control it with your right hand.
and I'm just moving my hips from
That's
right
it.
to left,
That's it.
And
The
it's-
tool is very stable.
vibrating like a mad thing.
That's because you're too far
That's
over the
because you got
tool.
the overhang.
Yeah, it's too far over.
Need a
So
bigger
what I might
gouge.
do, yeah, I was just
Thicker.
going to say that. What I might do That's a 3/8
5/8.
bow gauge.
1/2 inch 5/8.
Oh, we'll go to a 1/2 inch.
Finger underneath. Get your thumb out of the
No,
way.
I'm going to try it this way first. I want to get a start made here.
You're going to run out of timber.
Oops.
It's just a distance over. That's all
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
just the overhang, yep.
Yeah, I think you may have to get rid of the middle now and
Yep, I'm
get rid of the
indeed.
tail stop.
Stop that. Pull that out of
And
the
go
way.
back to the other camera now so we can see.
Remove the elbow stubber.
So,
Again. Take half an hour to wind this back in again.
or put your rubber. No, you don't have to do that, Brian. You could just put the bar up through the middle and knock it out.
Oh, I could. Oh, I could. I don't know.
That's what I'll
No,
do.
I'll
Save
just wind
on
it.
you for 10 minutes.
Talk amongst yourselves there. Well, I wind this out.
Joe disappeared out there for a while, moaning. All
I'm still here.
No, she's still there.
right.
You still there,
Just
Peter?
move that
Peter's
across.
still
We'll
there,
take some of this away. We'll take some of the centre out now. And we'll stick with this 1/2 inch bow gauge just for now.
Stuart Ingerell makes a fair point. He says, another
Yeah.
safety tip, only comment on Joe singing from the comfort of an internet connection.
Yeah.
Uh,
Very true.
Pete's got a good point as well, as Stuart. The other thing Stuart says is that it's a tool rest and not a hand rest. Keep your hand back a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You let-
interrupt the flow of the tool.
Your left hand is the same in spindle turning to an extent as well. It's just
Yeah. It is.
apply downward pressure onto the tool rest.
Yes, it's all you have to do.
It's easier said than done, of course, but that is
It
the
is, and that's
principle.
where practice comes in, isn't it? You know.
Exactly. I think it's fair to say on spindle turning, a little bit of, let's put it this way, cajoling with your left hand is not completely out of order, but with a bow, because of your
Thumb, Brian. Sorry, Mike. I just
No, I'm just saying, with a bowl, it's more critical.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start to guide it, you're going to get judder in and,
catching and everything.
yeah. Ooh,
Whoops.
goes for a
Like
nice thin one.
That's not a mistake. Just a happy little accident.
Okay, Bob.
What else it is
Yeah,
blessed.
I want it to be a wee bit thinner anyway, so.
Mhm. Now that's cutting a perfect shaving there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Shame the outside isn't as good.
Hmm. With a
Very
bit of
nice
luck,
now,
Mike,
it's
you'll
just
put some
going
sanding sealer on this, and it's that thin it'll go right through and seal the other side as well.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Woodley Summercraft
So that-
and
that's a-
we've
that's a
put Red
finishing
in are
cut
in the chat.
Down to about here somewhere. So we'll go take a bit more off here and just keep coming across there.
So
That
good
was
afternoon,
really good,
Rob,
Brian,
and
seriously.
afternoon,
I must say
David.
this now.
David, yeah.
Morning. Oh, Woodsley. Good day, Rob. How are you?
Yeah.
Rob Summerlin.
Hi,
Got a
Rob.
coffee break at the moment.
Who's that?
His coffee break might finish
Summerlin.
by the time Joe starts singing.
Yeah.
That's good there. That's as far as I'm going now. I need to take the middle out, guys.
I didn't
We'll
know you
just
could
remove
get
them out.
coffee in Canada, Rob.
Oh, it's Rob from.
We just said that.
Yeah, but I was turning at the time and I couldn't actually hear what you said.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, Rob's here.
Could you explain
Hey,
to
Rob.
everybody, Brian, why you're doing a push cut to the centre as opposed to taking the nub off with a normal push
As
cut?
opposed to come here.
Yeah. No.
Because-
I mean, doing it, attacking it from the side.
I doing it.
The reason.
Well,
I'm just asking.
Right,
I
okay.
know it.
So
but
normally when
explain
I'm
it.
bringing it across, bring it across, you leave like a cone shape in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's stepped. So normally when it's stepped, you can just put your bevel straight on it and do a straightforward push cut straight towards the middle. So you're actually pushing towards the headstock all the time. And you're cutting on the bottom wing.
That's what I wanted you to say. Thank you.
So it makes life nice and simple for cutting. But just there's the bevel engaged now. And just let it run itself in.
I just thought it would be interesting for the newer turner to know the reason
Yeah,
why.
thank you, Mike. And once I get to the bottom, you can actually just do a pull cut and come right across the bottom. But you got to be careful that you don't catch that bottom wing. The corner of the bottom wing.
Or this happens.
Or you get a big bing bang. You get a bing bang catch. Oops.
This may be the time in a minute after you've took that next 3 cuts across the bottom to use your special depth gauge.
The Wood Dude has arrived. Good afternoon, Wood Dude.
Stephen.
Hi,
How are you,
Stephen. How
Steve?
you doing, buddy?
Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
Drop the whole damn. Pick that back
Andrew
up,
wants to know if you can show us, Brian, what happens when you get a catch.
Yeah, I can, but I'm not going to.
You could try
keep
taking
watching,
a cut down the inside and using the left-hand side of the gouge.
The left hand, the
Like-
left wing.
Like Wayne did. Yeah, left wing, yeah, Wayne did that. and
I tried
blew one
that. I
apart.
tried that the other day. Managed it okay, but didn't like it much.
I think the only time that I do that now is I started trying to do it, but I don't turn a lot of bowls, and I just tend to do that when I get to the middle, the last inch maybe.
Yeah.
Do you have a 60-degree gouge, by the way, Brian? Just checking.
I do not.
Okay.
You took the words right out of my mouth there, Terry.
Okay, Mike. Singing because of all that different grain of
Yeah, I
all
have
the
a
different
feeling I
shapes,
could actually do
you
it-
might
do
start.
a
You
60-degree
could
gouge.
do one, yeah.
Well, what I'll do is I'll do it this way. Basically, a pull cut.
You could use a spindle roughing gouge, actually,
Yeah,
or skew.
or a negative rake scraper. Yes.
No, I tell you what, that's not such a silly suggestion.
Looking at the shape so far, I think you've got quite a bit to go. I'm not sure.
I think I have
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Don't forget, Brian, don't try and match the shape of the outside.
Brent Beecroft's got to go. See you later, Brent.
Oh, hi,
See you,
Brent.
Brent.
What?
Okay,
Why not?
Hi,
bye.
Brent.
Nice to
Sorry?
see you.
Why not?
You got a mortise.
No, because I just think the inside looks better than the outside. I'm only joking, Brian, sort of.
Well, Michelle's at work, Pete, so there's no point in hinting that Brian needs a 60-degree traditional grind.
No, just go and buy one.
Yeah.
Rose, the boy is in. Good
Hi, Roy.
afternoon.
Hello, Roy.
Hi, Roy.
All right.
Right. Are you still there, Peter?
Yep.
Oh, good. Okay. You can
You can
interrupt,
take a
you
mic,
know.
Pete, anytime you want.
So there's a bit of a crack here, which is full of Yorkshire grit currently, which I may have to
Super
seal
glue?
up with something. Well, I don't know. Maybe actually lace it up or something, just to be different.
All right, yeah.
Resin.
That's how we look.
Talking about
Right.
jumping in, it feels like I'm still married. Can't get a word in edgewise.
It's a good way to jump in, though.
That's just Joe's influence.
Yeah,
Ah,
with both
Hey,
feet.
watch yourself,
Joe,
Beckett.
that's just good. Joe just won't keep you know, she just
I
yaps
walked
and
in.
yaps and yaps.
I just walked into a cupboard door then. There we go. Oh, that's the right cam.
Pete, I
So
can't do
before-
that because I had to order myself a new gouge this morning.
You
Hey,
had
Wally.
to.
Well, a new tool, not a gouge.
You had
You
to.
had
It
to.
was
You had to.
ab-
You were made
I had
to.
to.
You were forced.
imperative.
Yeah.
It was
You were
very.
forced into
You got
it.
those. You got those funny feelings, pangs, you know, palpitations and all the rest of it. They couldn't get rid of them until he ordered a new tool.
I've yet to hear my wife turn to me and say, "You better buy a new tool, or you're going to be in trouble."
Benjamin's asked a question. He says, if you were to have a bottom feed grind, you mean a traditional grind, what size gouge would you think would work in general? Well, at that distance over the tool rest, I'd say 5/8.
Yeah, I'd say, or
Yeah.
half inch.
Half inch to 5/8.
Yeah.
3/8 a bit small for that distance.
I use half inch.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be
60
wrong
degree.
then. That's got to be wrong.
Yeah, because I don't know anything.
No, it's got to be wrong because that's exactly what I do. So it can't be right.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to use an half-inch spindle gauge, spindle roughing gauge, Mike.
No.
It's a bolt gauge.
If you grind the wings back like was the Vogue a little while ago, after Brendan Stemp used to do that,
Hmm.
he gave his spindle roughing gauge swept back wings.
Yeah, you can, but if you get the catch,
Yeah.
you still got a small
And
tang in it. So
Then it becomes a European
exactly.
grind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
you can do it if you strengthen the tang. Just it turns into ordinary gauge and
Yeah.
ordinary bull gauge.
Yeah.
So you strengthen the tang up, weld some pieces to it, and make it into a bigger handle.
Well, I don't see the point, to be honest with you.
No, they're in. Not when
I
you
mean,
can get.
If you want to spend 150 quid, you can get is it 3/4 inch Vogue gauge?
Yeah. Glenn got one of those. Massive, great,
Has he?
lovely it is.
Yeah.
Lovely
Yeah,
it is.
they were
I used
really
it.
good to
They were up
use.
there. Magic things.
I saw
Heavy
those
old
down
beasts, weren't they?
when the
Solid as a rock.
Yeah, I bet it is. And a lot of the professional boat turners, especially in the States, they use a very short bevel. Flute. Because then
Yeah.
you've got the solidity right the way down.
All
and
the
they've
way
only
through
got,
the gauge, yeah.
Only got a couple of, and they got removable tips.
Hmm.
I think it's
The thing is, you don't use them that much. So you're only taking the bottom of the bowl out, so you don't need it.
I'm not about
So you're not
ordinary
going to
bowl
grind
gouge.
it away every 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all the bowl gouges they use to turn bowls.
Hmm.
The replaceable tips, and you've just got about a 2-inch flute.
Yeah.
So you've got the solidity of your bar right the way to within 2 inches of
Steady.
the tip.
Yeah. JPN company's in. Like JPN.
Good afternoon.
Oh yeah.
When you're in that deep, Brian, I wouldn't be doing a pull cut, mate. Just stick with the
Just
push
gently
cuts.
go across like that.
I'd agree with
Nice
that.
light cuts. Don't
Why?
make a funnel.
Because you actually lose sight of the bottom wing.
Right.
It's much
You
easier to
can't
get
tell
a
when
catch.
the edge of the wing gets caught.
It's literally a line of sight thing. You can't see where the wing is in relation to the wood.
Hmm.
It's much easier to get a catch then.
If you intend to turn a lot of pieces like that, you should get a 60-degree grind
Yeah.
bull gauge. Checker depth.
I'd
Never
actually
had
say
as
you
much
probably
trouble
want to drop your
in
you
the
want to
bottom
drop
of a
your
bowl
tool
before.
rest about. Can you drop your tool rest at all?
Yeah.
Yep, that's better. It's just that 3 or 4 mil high, too high. Just try the passing cut now.
Starting to move.
There's a lot of vibration down in there.
That's the,
It's starting to
that's the
move in, and the
inclusion,
bow's
isn't it?
starting to move,
Yeah,
move in shape.
And the inclusion as well.
Starting to bounce.
Yep.
That's better.
Good man.
And if you look at the outside rim of that bowl, you can see how it's off center now because of its the thinness has made it move in shape.
Nice one, Pete. I was wondering if you heard that.
Oh, double too high.
Don't come up too high, Brian.
No, I know, 'cause it's finished up here.
The inside of that is
It's
absolutely beautiful shape.
Great big knot in here.
It don't
That's
matter.
what's causing all the bouncing.
I'll stand up.
Well,
Just
You'll get a
little
gap
bit-
behind it, and you'll get a tear out in the front of it. So that behind it, it'll flex. You want a bit of weight in the bottom of the bowl, really, as well. You don't want it too light, do you?
there's the knot. Time for sanding. There's a little bit of tear out in there, just down in here. And there, just at the back of the end of that knot, as you suggested, Terry. So we'll just whack up a bit
Well,
of
it's, yeah, well,
anti-rip.
sand that statically if you can't get rid of it.
I think it might be alright, actually. Turn the speed down a bit. So the piece is only rotating at about 250 revs. So as it's not bouncing, so the tool head's not bouncing off any lumps that's in there.
What speed is your lead going, Terry? Brian?
Fred?
It's actually,
Dave?
it's actually got 200 revs.
Sorry, my connection's gone again. Just come back now.
Douglas Mungham was asking you a question, Mike. Did you see that?
I missed it. I just lost my connection a minute. Hang
Says
on.
Mr. Walt, I have a timber framing slick. Could I change it to a negative rake scraper, please?
Yes. Hang on.
I saw that, but I wasn't sure what a timber framing slick was. Whether
I've
that's
no
a
idea.
typing error.
No, I've no idea either.
No, well, if you could explain what it is, Douglas. Anything, any metal bar, basically, fat metal bar, because you're not putting any pressure on it, apart from obviously something like a foil, you could make a negative rake out of, even if it's only carbon steel, but it won't last long.
Just to let everyone know, Michelle's home, so we
Hello,
need to
Michelle.
stop talking about the new
Hi,
tool
Michelle.
that
Yeah,
Brian
what-
needs to buy.
Yeah, stop talking about these 60 or 80 degree
Yeah.
bowl gouge that Brian has to buy. Stop talking about it. She's on there.
Afternoon, Michelle.
Good afternoon, Michelle.
You mean the
All
three
right,
of them?
a slick is a massive chisel, apparently.
Yes, you can.
Yes, is
Douglas.
the answer to that. Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
do.
just
Does this mean you're going to get a cup of tea and a chocolate bar then,
Well,
Brian?
Yeah.
possibly. I don't know.
You
Just
might
go and
get
have a
a cup
look
of tea and a
at
chocolate bar.
have a look at the scraper that Zombie has.
Yeah, Zed. Zombie
Yeah,
Woodturner's got a
Zombie
scraper.
Woodturner.
He's
Wasn't
made it
that
out of the
the-
leaf spring of a car, or
It's a leaf
actually a
spring
leaf
or a
spring
car.
of
It
a
was the tang off a
of a-
forklift, wasn't it?
forklift or something. Yeah,
Mm.
a leaf spring or tang off a forklift. It's about 4 or 5 inches wide. Works a treat. Very stable.
Very,
it
very
is.
stable.
Yeah.
So that one
I
I,
mean,
was using an inch and a half, an inch and a quarter.
Yeah, that was the Crown
Yep.
Bull scraper. Well, that's exactly what I've
Yep.
done. Well, I haven't done it like you have, completely around. I've just made the French curve 30-30.
Yeah, mine just 30 on top, 60 on the bottom.
Bum.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use 60-30.
Yeah. I just do 30-30 because it's easier, and that way I can use it.
Yeah,
use
it's
it.
just
But
done
use
over,
it
yeah.
exactly.
Douglas says thank you. He was concerned about the tang. Shouldn't be an issue with the tang on that because
No.
you're not actually exerting a lot of downward pressure on the scraper.
And you won't get a catch on it either because if it's negative rake.
That's the beauty of negative rake, in my humble opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
100% agree with that, Mike.
It's not impossible, but it's virtually impossible to get a catch.
It's difficult.
yeah.
If in doubt, just have the tool slightly downhill towards the bowl.
Trailing down.
In other words, lift the hand out the back. That way you won't get a catch.
Exactly.
Ever.
But that's why I like them, because in actual fact you can have the handle lower. And you, as I say, on a
Without
33rd, you just kiss it, and it does. I've never, touch wood, never had a catch with one, and that's not because I'm good. It's because the kindness of the tool. The only thing is
120 grip, just going to go straight to 240.
your edge doesn't last long. Keep
Oh,
refreshing
you have to
the
keep
edge.
sharpening it. Yeah, keep refreshing the edge. But it's only for finishing. You're not using it very long, anyway.
No, that's right. It's only very light cuts anyway. It's not there for stock removal.
Chunk wood out. No.
Yeah, no.
That's why you need a 60 or 80 degree traditional grind bowl gouge, Brian.
Yeah, I do. You're absolutely right, I do.
If you
What I
intend
might
to
do-
do this quite a bit,
What I might do is, I haven't got one heavy enough. It needs to be quite heavy, doesn't it? Half inch or more.
half inch or more. Well, it
I'm
depends
gonna
on the
have
depth.
I'm going to have to
You're
buy
going
another
down.
Simon Hope tool. Oh my goodness me.
No, don't. No, Michelle's listening. Shh. Oh
Yeah,
no,
but-
$12.99.
She shouldn't be listening. She should be in the kitchen making him a cup of
Making
tea.
tea. That's true.
Yeah.
You're pushing your luck, Beckett. So I think what we'll do this time is we'll put a bit of standing sealer on this, will we?
Well, you could.
Moving on.
Is that a plan?
Yeah, quickly moving on.
Funny. Last night at 360, we were talking about rules and regulations and sort of benchmarks, etc. This particular bowl is a typical example of bending the rules, or the rule of thumb, if you like, the benchmark, whereby the turner has achieved a beautiful shape on the inside of the bowl, which in no way matches the outside of the bowl from about 2/3 down.
It does.
So it doesn't. So it will actually, you can bend the rules, I mean, as Brian has very adequately shown here.
Not so much bending the rules, it's just adapting them to suit myself.
Michelle has spoken.
Oh, she said.
Oh no, has she?
No more tools and no tea for Brian.
Oh, you're in it, Brian.
And you've got a spanner and a hammer at cross purposes there.
Yes, Ben, there was a 360 meeting last night, but it was the founders member
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, it was us old farts.
Well, the posh ones.
It's
The
for the
posh
elite.
ones,
It was the elite
The
group,
elite, the elite.
the elite group with inside the group. Yeah. Don't start me.
I don't know if they got a special badge.
Yeah, they do.
Not as good as yours, Brian. Not as big, anyway.
That's Terry or something.
Terry has the badge.
Yeah.
Does.
I don't like groups that have
Keep
groups
up,
within
Mike.
groups. It's just a bit strange to me.
What's that? To what?
I don't really like groups that have groups within groups. If you join
What, you mean
a
like-
club, everybody should be equal.
Is
That's
that a
what I
new
think.
tin?
Oh,
Is that a new
like
tin
the
of grit
army.
you're using there?
Like the army with the officers' mess, the NCO's mess, Any other rag spares?
That's why I don't like it, Mark.
Is that a new tin of grit you got there?
That's
You
a
just
new
opened?
tin of grit.
All right, was Gerard send you one back?
No. Glenn sent me a new one.
All right. Replace the others.
He's such a nice fella.
Have you just changed lids? So
Yeah.
you've got the sticker on the...
Yes, so he's got the sticker, Sam. So
Why
you don't
would
take any
cannot
notice
make
of
a
it,
new
does he?
lid? So you can't make
Don't
a
take
new
any
sticker.
notice of it, though.
Oh,
You're going to switch a lathe off before you put that on.
have you seen the price of printer ink?
No. That's done with my labeling machine.
Oh, right, same thing.
He can't be
Can we
bothered to
use-
make a new label, so he's
Yeah, I
I don't
know.
need to. I
It's-
don't need to. Look, it's perfectly. It's what you
It's
call
fine.
recycling, is it not?
No,
It
it's
is.
it's called being a jock.
Being a miserable
Yeah.
git.
Yeah, being a
Being a
tight,
jock.
Having short arms and long
Be-
pockets.
being a
Short
tight
arms,
ass,
deep pockets. Yep.
being a tight ass sweaty. That's what it means. Oh dear.
Just
Steve-
like a Welshman, only slightly different. You know.
Stephen's saying all his turnings, not just bent the rows, he's broken all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Steve, you break them beautifully, buddy.
Yeah, you make a good job when you break them, Stephen. Most of us just break the timber.
Who's this? Stephen?
Yeah, would
Good
do.
dude.
Oh, the wood
Steve
dude. Yeah.
Madden.
Yeah, the wood dude.
Hands I feel
Yes.
pretty can be
Oh,
gorgeous.
on your face. With light brown picture gritty.
We had no warning of that one. Just burst into it.
David, I
Sneaked
got to
up
ask.
on you there, guys, didn't you?
That's
I got to
illegal.
ask. What have you been standing in recently? Because you've been turning out some stunning work.
Who are you
Who's
talking
that?
Wood dude, Stephen Madden.
Oh,
to?
yeah.
Stephen, yeah.
All his
Nice.
work is stunning compared to
It
yours,
is.
Mark.
He's just been just
does, aye.
top-notch stuff at the moment.
Wonder where he's buying it from.
Oh,
Oh, we never see him turn it, do we?
Well, it
Never
wasn't
see you
for
turn
Mark
it,
or you,
Steve.
Terry, was it?
no, it wasn't for me. Certainly
Donald.
wasn't for me.
Donald's
Oh.
in. Donald B. Woodturning's in. Good afternoon, Donald.
That's
Oh,
Donald.
Good
Oh,
afternoon.
Donald.
That would be Donald.
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 Oh,
Not
really?
Donald, where he's come from.
Donald. It's an Irish name, that.
Donald.
Is it?
Yep.
Does he live,
Yeah,
live near you
I
then?
knew that.
I'm not sure where Donald lives.
Where do you live, Donald?
He'll tell us in a minute.
Don't just say Ireland.
No, I need a bit more. If it is Ireland, I need a bit more detail than that. Just a
Tommy's,
little bit, like.
Tommy's Workshop says Yorkshire folk aren't teat, they're thrifty. I'll tell you what, we're not teat, we're
I tell
thrifty.
you, lad.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
I'll tell you, lad.
we're thrifty the nose.
Yeah.
Down the pit,
Mr. Wilkes at Emmerdale Farm.
Hmm.
up to
That's
the
going-
mill.
Yeah. Trouble at mill, lad.
Yeah. Yorkshire folk are not tight at all.
We're not.
They just forget their wallets when they get it.
Robert Dolman's having to go. See you later, Robert.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
Robert.
Hey,
Robert.
Robert.
See
All the
you.
Thanks
best,
for
mate.
calling
Bye,
in,
Robert.
mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Hi, Robert.
Let's have a look at that with a clean cloth. With a clean cloth.
Don't forget, for any of you new people that's come in, if you like what Brian's doing, like and subscribe. He would appreciate that. And if you look at the top of the chat, there's a pinned notice up there for crowdfunder.co.uk/SK Crafts for the auction that's taking place from several turned pieces and some draw prizes for a charity which Steve has put together, Steve and Brian, on the 17th of December.
In the description also, guys, there's a link to a short video from Steve to explain how the auction is going to work. And also there is at the end, there's a little montage of the pieces that are up for auction. So if you want to have a look at that, it's in the description. Please go and
All
have a
this
look.
money's going to charity.
And the charity is we are supporting this year, because I think we're going to do this again next year. The charity for this year is the Salvation Army, and we are hoping that the money will go towards their campaign in the winter for the help the homeless.
So even if you don't want to be in the auction, you could still donate small change, or whichever you wish, just to say thanks.
Yep. Everything
Right.
helps. Every
Lucky
little bit
we are.
helps.
And there's a
There
raffle
are
as
also
well.
three items up for raffle as well. So if you want a £2 a ticket, one of the prizes is a tub each of the Yorkshire Grit Microfine plus a baseball cap.
The second prize is 3
what are the
tins of
other?
each and 2 baseball caps.
That's unkind.
Now, the second prize is £50 voucher to spend at Chestnut Products, but that is only open to UK residents,
Yes.
as he cannot post it abroad due to regulations of his products.
The other
And there's
prize
also-
is a custom mug made by Jennifer's Crafting Creations.
That's correct.
And you can have anything you want printed on it. That's digitally sent to her. £2 a ticket. If you buy a ticket, you can specify which by saying YG for Yorkshire Grit, CN for Chestnut Products, or mug for Jennifer's mug. You say that in the description after you've paid. You can, if you wanted 3 for Yorkshire Grit, you pay £6, and then it'll come up in the description, and you put 3 by YG. You get 3 tickets for that, or
Much
one of
much
each, or
is
whatever you
just
want.
Hi, Robert.
Hello, Robert.
Hello, Robert.
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 Hi, Robert. How you doing, buddy?
Douglas Muggin says fourth prize is a glass with Mr. Mike Walt.
No, that's actually the 10th, I think, because there's another 5 to go.
Mind you, for a £2 ticket, Mike would have to give you 50p change.
I'm laughing, but he's right.
Sorry,
I'll
I
just
couldn't
give the
resist.
outside a little bit of a polish as well there. I'm going to let that flash off now for a minute, guys. Just let the solvents come out of the polish. Not that you need
I
it.
worry about you, Ben.
I can turn my extractor off now. Sucking all my hot air back out the workshop. I'll give this a bit of a
boo-hoo.
polish up now.
Is it a bit cold in your workshop now?
No, it's actually 16.2 degrees, Mark.
It's probably really warm now.
Nobody
7.7
Nobody-
degrees outside and
nobody-
16.2 in the workshop.
Nobody cares.
It's
Nice and warm,
22
actually.
in mine. 22 in mine, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
but you have a
21 in
rocket in
mine.
yours.
Yeah, I got a rocket fuel. Rocket going here.
Mike, Pete from
Yes.
Twisted Trees would like to know, does your item for the auction come with a tube of glue?
And assembly instructions.
There are a couple of holes in it, but they're meant to be there. But I've put some wood in it. I will put some wood in extra in case you want to fill them in. Let's put it that way.
Some assembly may be required.
Yeah.
And I think I'm rightly saying, but not quite sure, so I'll change it a bit. But most, if not all, of the items in the auction will be sent to people post free.
Yes, they
Yes.
will be.
Yes.
Well, mine's will
Provided
anyway.
they-
Whoever wins it will get it post free.
Yeah, and
Provided they live in
mine
the
too.
same street.
You must
delivered.
get Walt.
and that's worldwide.
Might be, the piece I've donated will come with a letter of apology as well.
Yeah, it
Well,
needs
this
to.
is yeah, it needs to, yeah. So there's a real nice piece of ripple in here, which looks like, I don't know, maybe it's stress or something on the wood, where it's kind of, I don't know how you get those sort of
Stress of
ripply
the turning,
effects
maybe.
in the wood. That's not, it wasn't a turning that caused any stress. Caused you lots a whole lot of stress and me a whole lot of stress, but so I've now got a pair of these.
I'm there. I'm with you there, Wood Dude. Totally
What's up,
agree.
now? What Stephen said now.
He says his workshop is freaking freezing. Makes him work fast. See, I don't see any point in being comfortable in your workshop.
Yeah, here we go. This is the youngsters talking. No, these people who can manage
Put
to
a
retain
jumper
the
on.
heat.
Stop complaining about being old.
Just turn the heat on and stop being
Terry
such a
Bartlett.
miserable git.
Terry Bartlett's workshop's about 30 degrees. I suppose he can't. Thermometer won't go by enough. He's sitting next to the wood burner.
You'll be pleased to hear that that's that done, guys.
And that is a technical term, everybody watching. Ripple is not tool marks. All right, it's ripple in the
I'm going to
figure.
try. I'm going to try
Yeah,
and show
not
you
tool
because
marks.
it's absolutely stunning in the bottom of
It
this.
is. It is. Shame
it's
about the
all
outside.
Shut up, Bob.
Shame about the outside.
David's having to go. See you later, David.
See you,
Bye,
David. Cheers, mate.
Let's try that
Bye,
picture.
David.
Too high, too low. Try that. Bring that up.
That's a stunning bull.
That
It
is.
really is.
I actually prefer that to the first one.
Yeah, you accidentally got that perfect.
Nah, I don't think you
Yeah,
can see it.
that
I
is-
can see it now.
It's a beautiful curve on the inside. Honestly,
Yeah.
So,
it
so
really
just
You can see
where
that,
it's
yeah,
not,
we
it's
see that.
tiny little bit.
There's
Yeah,
like little
Yeah,
ripple
lovely.
lines here.
yeah.
Absolutely stunning inside
It
that.
is.
Yes. Turn him
Absolutely.
over. Turn him over.
Yeah.
Turn about. Turn about.
See, it's
What's
really
wrong with
hard
that
to-
shape, Walt?
Nothing. It's a beautiful bull. Beautiful.
Mark,
bull.
could you put Stephen's channel in, please?
Yep.
Douglas wants to know.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Let me just turn that lamp off because it washes it out a little bit. And we'll go back to that camera.
Mark said he said Mark, Rude Dude said Mark, I'm turning in the nudes now. Douglas wants his channel.
Yeah, that is a
Can't really
gorgeous
see
bit of
that.
kit.
There we go, guys. We're done.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Super
I
job,
love this bit
Brian.
on the. I love that on the outside. This
Yeah.
whatever that is. I don't know how that.
You got any
came
more of that?
about. Nope, that was the two bits I had.
All right.
Oh, lovely.
Pity.
Where are you going to put it, Brian?
Nice, right?
I have no
With the
idea.
other one. With the other one.
Well, with the other one, but I'm just
In a
going to put
sale.
this back up again. So this little guy, yeah, I think
Paul Finley's in. Paul
I'm loving this
Finley's
guy. I'm loving this guy.
Turning home.
Oh, yeah. I like that as well.
Sit him in the
Let me just-
bowl.
Hi, Paul.
let me go to there.
Stephen,
Oh.
Sit him, Paul.
There he is.
Stephen, do me a favour, mate. Just message me the link to your channel because I
There we
can't find it straight away.
That guy is absolutely stunning.
Hmm.
I'll stand him in the bowl.
Sit him in.
So for those of you that missed this, I got this. This came to me today in a box. It's a present from
Gav. Gav
Gav's
Sadie
good lady.
Woodward.
Well, it's Gav's today Woodworks from his good lady wife,
Hmm.
who is called
Melanie.
Melanie. That's correct.
Stephen doesn't have a channel, Mark. He needs to buy a camera. However, he's on Facebook
Anyway,
and
do him
Instagram.
there. Let's have one
Look him up
last
on
look.
Facebook, Doug.
Let me just bring you guys back on camera. After all your abuse. He's one too bad today, actually.
We try to abuse
There we go.
selectively.
It's 'cause
Hello, Peter.
was here.
Oh,
You still
where's
here?
Peter?
Hi, I'm still here.
Still here. Learning the ropes is Peter. He's just joined
Wait,
us, pet,
wait,
everybody.
hold on a minute.
Peter
I'm
Corcoran,
missing
everybody.
somebody. Can I do that? No. Do that. Why can I not see Peter in there?
I can see him. We can see him.
Yeah, I can see
You
it.
can
Yeah.
see Peter.
Oh, there he is. I'm not got. I
There
had
he
to do
is,
it on
yes.
full screen. Sorry. So there we are, guys. That's me. We're done for today. It's 23.
Thank God for that.
There's a little bowl.
Yeah, God,
There's the lovely outside shape that Mike doesn't like.
No, I
That's
was
the
only
lovely-
joking. I
And
was
there's
only
the
joking.
outside shape. I know
He's
you
only
are.
joking. You know, the outside, even though it was bad, was better than
It
what
has
he
a-
could do. So
It
it's no
has
problem.
a mortise on the outside. So there we go. That's it. We're done.
Super job.
Thanks very
Excellent.
much for watching, guys. I appreciate everybody who came in to watch.
Sorry, mate.
And how do I get out of that full screen? There we go. That's it. I'm going to press the button. Do we need to say who's on tonight or tomorrow or?
Don't know who's on tonight. Wayne's on tomorrow lunchtime. SK
Aye.
Cross tomorrow night with special guest Ruby Claire.
That's correct. That's it.
More about the auction, no
Saturday-
doubt, as well.
More about the auction. Saturday night will be Wayne the Woodturner. Sunday be SK Grass with his wife Nikki and
Yep.
special guest Steve. Monday lunchtime, turning with Terry, and then Monday evening, I'm back live Monday night.
There we go. That's it, guys. That's the
And next
keep you up to date
Thursday, I
for the
believe,
rest of
next Thursday, Brian won't be on next Thursday.
That's correct.
It'll be
Because
Tools with Terry
with
on
Terry.
Thursday.
Tools
and
with Terry on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Continue the spindling mode. It's going to be the skew chisel next Thursday.
Don't miss this one,
Oh.
folks, because
So if you don't know how
I
to
know we
use a
take-
skew chisel,
I know we take the
Watch.
mickey out of the man, but he's a master with a skew.
yeah, absolutely,
He
absolutely,
is.
Just pretending.
man's a genius with a skew in his hand.
Let's not go too mad. he's
Oh, he
damn
is.
good.
He is,
He's
I'll
absolutely.
damn
show
good
you.
with it.
I
He's damn
should
good
be
with it.
showing you how to get a catch properly.
Good man. Good man.
I'll say that now, you see.
Just one last thing before we go.
Oh no, he's got his hat on.
Oh, no, there we go.
Ryan's got his hat on. Hip 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 hooray.
Hang on, don't go off yet. Let's just put my
Ah.
little pics.
Mike's got to use his head when he does it though. You watch, he's got to actually do it. He's got to move his head because Brian's does it automatically. But there you go.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye all.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for coming in. Hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Oh, no,
Peter's
not
got one as
another
well. Peter's got one as well.
Come on, Peter. Get in.
Bye.